Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone? Perfect drinking temperature. Here is my coffee cup of the day. Can you guys believe Thanksgiving is next week? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Good morning, Marcy. So this year, we are not doing the big family Thanksgiving that we usually do. Since Mom and Dad are putting the house up for sale, Mom is in the process of clearing out 31 years of stuff from this house in order to be able to move. So we're not doing the big Thanksgiving. Good morning, Alice. Just doing small Thanksgiving. I'm going to spend it with my daughter, Meg, and her boyfriend, Evan. And we're thinking about getting Chinese places if we can find a Chinese place that is open. In the little village that I raised my kids in, the Chinese place was always open on Thanksgiving until 2020. And so I don't know if there's a place around here where I'm living now where they'll be open. Good morning, Kraken. So I filmed that little video. If you missed it, I did film a tour, just a very short tour of my swans because, good morning, Kathy. The plan was to get them moved back into the spots that they normally live in and get Christmas up here. But I still have 13 totes of Christmas stuff, even though I have downsized and then downsized again and then given the kids all of their stuff as they moved out. The last time that I did my regular decorating, I think was 2016, 2017. I think 2016 was the last time I fully decorated. And I normally put up 3 6-foot trees. 6-foot trees. One would be a real one that we would buy. And then I had a 4-foot red tree. One of the 6-foot trees was pink, one was white. Hey, Kaz. And then I put up, each of the kids had their own 12-inch or 18-inch, 2-foot, I don't remember, Christmas tree in their rooms. And then I had a whole collection of the little trees about this size where each one was a different theme and had their own tiny decorations and their own tiny strings of lights. And so I think at one point I had 15 Christmas trees that I was putting out. So, and then I just got really, really, good morning, Roxana. My chronic illness got much worse. I had severe anemia. Hi, Diane. To the point where I was so weak, I was falling asleep in the middle of the day and not able to drive myself home from work at the end of the day. It was a whole thing. I ended up with a hysterectomy, but then my kids were full-on teenagers, and teenagers don't care to help you decorate. And so that was just a lot. So I don't think I've actually had all of my Christmas decorations out since, pretty sure it was 2016 was the last time I had them all out. So I would put out small bits and things that were my favorite. Or good morning, Sherry. So then as each of my kids started to move out, I was one of the moms that had purchased at least one ornament for them each year of their lives, sometimes more than one. And so they each had a tote of things to move out with. And sometimes they took a tree with them when they went. And I started to whittle it down. And then when we moved in 2020, I whittled down even more. At the end of the year, my daughter had moved into her own place, so she took a bunch of stuff that year. And then my parents helped my grandma move into a senior apartment out of her condo. I got given some stuff back or more stuff. So this year, I am going through and doing a big clean out, because I will never, I don't think I will ever be healthy enough to decorate like I used to 15 trees. I mean, that's insane. And I would start on November 1st. The aim was always to have it done by Thanksgiving. And then we would have weekends all throughout December where we had friends over, where we'd have a party, we'd have a game night, we'd have the Christmas Eve party. So my daughter's got a huge overflowing tote already of stuff because I'm FaceTiming her, and she's picking out things. But the only thing that my boys have left, I believe, is I bought each of them a very special ornament when they were born. And each of them got like also just some generic baby's first ornament, but these were very special ones. And I kept those. I display them every year. So I've still got those here. And then I had their stockings. And I did like these stockings are huge. Like they're 2 feet long, 3 feet long. I don't know, they're massive. Hi, Bree. Did these big stockings. So I still have their childhood stockings here. But there again, I'm not in a position to ever fill those again. So I've got the boys set out. So when they come by, they're supposed to be here, since we're not doing the big Thanksgiving, they're supposed to be here next week for the Ohio State game, Ohio State versus Michigan. They usually come over and watch that with my dad. It's their tradition. So they can get their big stockings then. I'd love to financially be in a position to fill those again, but I am not. So that's what I've been doing. So I've not gotten the swans down to put the Christmas behind. Oh, thanks, Marcy. This is actually a dress, and it has matching leggings with it. I just cannot believe how fast this month went by, you guys. Like, we're halfway through November. What? It's crazy. All right. So we are going to pick. And I think, guys, look, this is all we've got left. I think it might be time to downsize to a smaller bowl. Let me set that down. Make a page with words that inspire you. That's a nice one. And I will be live next week on Wednesday. So I did not get any of my altered book done, because I just have, if you guys could see the totes stacked up in here, Dad and I worked really hard last week to get the entire storage unit emptied. So everything that I own is finally here in one spot. It's all in the garage. So I'm going through and getting rid of things, and that's what I've been doing. Just a lot of going through stuff. And my daughter came down with her boyfriend again on Saturday, like every other weekend. I think they've been here helping us out. Yeah, Kathy. Well, time change also always screws me up. Like, I'm like, what day is it again? What time is it? I feel like it's bedtime at 5 p.m. every day. Anyway, they came down Saturday and helped me clear out the last of the stuff. Like the washer and dryer did not want my dad trying to help me move. And so we got that out. And my nieces that live in my old apartment actually bought the washer and dryer. So we dropped it off to them. So that was nice that they needed the washer and dryer, and I didn't have to list it on Facebook Marketplace. It's a struggle trying to decide what to keep and what to get rid of. And I mean, some of it's super simple. I'm like, I don't love that. Haven't seen that in a year. Pull it out. I'm like, I don't love it. That could go. But when I don't know where I'm going to be living after the house sells, it's hard to decide what to keep. So it's a struggle. And my parents are having the same decisions to make and the same struggle because they don't know how big. I mean, they did do a walkthrough of a house that it was a 2-bedroom versus the 5-bedroom. Like, this house is massive, you guys. It is massive. The family room that I live in is just huge. It is enough for me to have these 4 small sections: bedroom, kitchenette, dining room, office. So this house is big. And to downsize, they've lived here 31 years. So but to not know where you're going, my mom's like, well, I don't know. Will I have room for this? But we don't want to wait to start to get rid of things until the house sells and we've all decided where we're going to live, because then it's all a mad rush to get everything packed and get out on time. And I don't know. Stressful. It is stressful. I don't know if you missed my mug. I don't know why, but this mug reminds me of the movie Santa Claus 2. I don't know why. It just does. Does anybody watch Disney Plus, the Santa Claus series? I watched it last year. It's back on again this year. I want to go back and rewatch last year's because I'm like, I don't remember that. And I know I watched it, but memory's terrible. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Let's sell some stuff. They know where they want to move to. We live in Richland County, but we live right on the line of Richland, Ashland County. And in fact, the girls, 2 of the 3 that they raised went to Ashland University for school. And one is still living there. She works for Children's Services in Ashland County. Their church is, it's out in the country. It's a little country church on a hill. Like, it's so stereotypical, little country church on a hill. But Ashland County, it's in Ashland County, so they'd be closer to their church. When we go to farmers market, when we go to flea market, we do all of that in Ashland County. The Walmart is the same distance in Ashland County as it is in Richland County from this house currently. So, like, they'd just be a little closer to everything that they already have. The only way they're just moving further away from, like, my sister lives on the same street with all of her 2 adult children live on the same street in the apartment below her where I used to live. They're moving a little further away from my brother. So they know where they want to go. They're just looking. They're looking. That house that they looked at, even though it's smaller, like, the stairs were steeper, they're really looking for 1 level. Yeah, Marcy. There's also an Aldi close to there, so they'd be even closer to Aldi than our current Aldi. They really want a 1 level, and they're both in really good health right now. Besides Dad's, still getting over the pneumonia, but when you're in your 70s and you're looking for where you're going to spend the rest of your life, you definitely want 1 level. You just do. And that's difficult to find. So that's what they're looking at right now. 1 level, small yard. They would like very much like a garage, because my dad does some woodworking and has some tools and things and just a small yard. This has a lot of yard here that needs to be taken care of. So they know exactly what they're looking for, just don't know if they're going to find it, or if they're going to find it in the time frame that they need to, with the house going up for, it's all stressful. It's all stressful. And I've moved twice since 2020. So I'm pretty good at this, but Mom and Dad haven't moved for 31 years. So it's going to take a bit. All right. We are going to do the same thing we did last week, where I have $5 items, $10 items, a couple of $15 items, and I think 1 or 2 $20 items. So we're going to start off with the $5 items. And I will just put that, I'll pin that to the top like I did last week. And if that doesn't work for everybody, just let me know. And hopefully my internet is working okay. Hi, Chris. This week. I know Halen Vintage was having issues yesterday. Okay, let's pin that. Pin. Okay, that is pinned. We are doing $5 items first. And if you're just coming in and you need the altered book prompt, make a page with words that inspire you. I have so many crafty things I want to do, but when I'm in the middle of sorting out all of those totes, you guys, I have just as many kitchen totes as I have Christmas totes. So I have like 13 or 14 Christmas totes or kitchen totes to go through too. Oh, it's so hard to make decisions. So hard. Okay, first off, I have 2 pictures. Just $5. This one has a chip right here on the back side. Just so you know, there is a chip there. And it feels fresh, not soft. I looked this up when I first got it, and I didn't do any research on anything, you guys. I know normally I do. It's just a little one. I love this star on the bottom. So I don't even know how much it holds, but it's the tiny juice pitcher when you would get up to in the morning and actually squeeze your oranges by hand. And then you'd have the little juice glasses because you didn't get a lot of juice when you were squeezing your own fresh juice. So you just needed a little pitcher. Oh, Kathy. All right, so $5 on this pitcher, number 9. $5, number 9. And that's the other thing I was going to do was get a static sale up. Didn't do that because I was emptying the storage unit and I was very careful about emptying the storage unit so I did not flare up any fibromyalgia symptoms or flare up any of the spots where I've got, like the torn meniscus in my knee or anything. Anything that was awkward to carry, anything that doesn't have a good balance, tends to hurt me more than just like carrying a tote. So I was very careful not to pick anything up off the ground. If I was picking things up like that were on the ground totes. Dad would get the ground totes and I would pick up the things that were on it. And then when we got to the awkward things, that's when Evan, my daughter's boyfriend, came and helped carry anything that was awkward. So it was balanced and I wasn't. So I've done really well pain wise. But today and tomorrow are going to be in the 60s and then temperature drops out again. So I'm planning to get as much sorting done today and tomorrow as I can. Just, you got to watch the weather when you have chronic illness just to make sure that you're going to be able to get the things done you need to. Okay, next one. This is $5. This little one, I saw it listed as a creamer, but this is Bormioli. Bormioli, Rocco, Italy. So $5 on a little pitcher, and it says 0.5 liters right here. Pitcher creamer. To me, that's a big creamer, but you know. So $5, number 24. $5, number 24. Next up, I gotta take it. Oh, knocking things down. Mom had a massive chicken collection, and she has gone through and kept her favorites. Like, her collection is so big. Hey, Helen. Her collection is so big. Dad's built her special shelves along the top of the kitchen above her cupboards to display it all, and it still didn't all fit up there. So she's kept her favorites, and asked me to put a few into the sale. So I do have a few chickens today if you are a chicken fan. So first one is going to be this Art Mark chicken. And it actually came in the nest. And the one I saw where they still had the box to it actually had 3 eggs. There's only 2 eggs left. This was made in Taiwan. Art Mark, made in Taiwan. So you get the nest, you get the 2 eggs, you get the chicken. And this is $5. Everything's $5 right now. Oh, hang on. Fix my chat. No. There we go. Hi, Mary. Hi, Maria. And if I missed you coming in, hello. Thanks for being here. $5, number 17. For the, he's not a small chicken. She's not a small chicken because that is a hen. Number 17. If you guys don't remember, Mom had chickens. We had chickens when I was growing up, when we lived on the farm. And then Mom had chickens here for, I don't know, a couple of years. And then it just got to be too much to take care of them. I got to keep them heated in the winter. And next up, this gorgeous green goblet. And there were a couple of companies that made this version. And I'm not sure. I don't think it's Indiana glass, but I could be wrong. But it's got 4 seams on the bottom. But Indiana glass made a version, but I think theirs was straight and didn't have this lip, this curve. I know that Tiffin Glass did a version too. It's nice and big. It's that gorgeous avocado green, olive green color. $5, number 14. I mean, look how tall it is compared to the index card. It's just so much fun to drink out of. But when going through my kitchen stuff, I had to decide which shade of green I wanted to keep. Because I had all the shades of green. So I'm sticking more with like the Kelly green and not keeping this olive avocado green color. All right, next up, speaking of green, I have a little green candle holder made in Taiwan, so it's from the 80s probably. Oh, I dropped it. It's got this funky pattern on it, and it does have a bit of candle wax in the bottom that I couldn't get out. You can see it inside this pattern here, just so you're aware that's there. Just a little votive, but it's awfully fun with these shapes. So $5, number 36. $5, number 36 for the little green candle holder. See, to me, this is a Christmas green color right there. I think that would be really pretty for Christmas. I have a metal chicken. This one's fun. Look how thin it is. It does stand up. Mom had it standing up there with all the rest, and it didn't fall down and break anything. So it is heavy. I mean, for a little piece, it's heavy. And guys, look at my finger. Bye, Maria. Over a week ago, I scraped my knuckle when I was reaching for the spray bottle because the cats were trying to wake me up at 3:30 in the morning. Scraped my knuckle completely off in the middle of the night. Blood on my sheets. Like, it was a mess. But it has not, because I have to, it's right at the bend. It won't heal. Will not heal. Okay. Little chicken. $5. Hey, Delbert. Number 30. For a little metal chicken. This would be like a doorstop for, a squirrel house. $5, number 30. Next up, we've got Roxana for the metal chicken. Now, most likely, I will not be invoicing until Saturday. I know last time I invoiced right away, but I will most likely not be invoicing until then. Thank you very much. Okay, next up, Fitz and Floyd. These are pretty cool. Now, these were handcrafted in China. You know, Fitz and Floyd had switched to, so many of the companies switched to having things manufactured in China. But these, very cool, salt and pepper. I want to show you all the detail on them. So, Hen and Rooster. But they're only $5 because there is a chip on the, I'll show you where the chip is on the other one. So here's the hen. A little chick down here, a little chick here. Isn't that adorable? But look how pretty that design is. And her butt is blue. And it's still got the original stickers, Fitz and Floyd. Well, it won't focus on it, but it says Fitz and Floyd right there. It does say handcrafted in China here. So if you know anything about Fitz and Floyd, then that'll tell you when these were made. So that's the hen. And the rooster is actually like 5.25 inches tall. It's just so pretty. But let me show you. Chip up under his tail feather right here. That's why they're only going to be $5. His butt is not blue. And he, of course, does not have the chicks because why would he? He just wants to strut around and let his hen take care of the chicks, right? But see, if you've got them displayed, you can't because it's up under. The chip is up under. So if you've got them displayed, you don't see the chip. And he, too, still has his Fitz and Floyd sticker. So because of the chip, the little tiny chip up under there, they are only $5 for the Fitz and Floyd. Number 28. Number 28. I liked all the just really pretty design on that set. Next up. Oh, Carol would like the Fitz and Floyd. Awesome. They're just such a fun set. Fitz and Floyd, chicken shakers. All right, so next up, have a Royal Jackson Fine China Vogue Ceramic Industries USA. And it's like salad plate size, but the roses are really pretty. And this is silver or platinum instead of gold, where so often we see gold. So if you love roses or if you have a wall where you have plates, this would be a really pretty one to add. It is only $5, number 6. $5, number 6. Okay, next up. Oop. I was gifted this a few years ago. And I have no idea how much these actually cost. This goes on a wine bottle. And he's got a little hat. So I'm putting it up in the $5. If I don't know if you see them out and they're cheaper, you can tell me. But it's super cute. He's got the little gingerbread, a candy, a cup of hot cocoa, and then his little hat. Ah, it's so cute. I love it. It's not my colors. I had to be very picky about what I was keeping for Christmas. I actually kept the Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus ones because I'd gotten 3 gifted to me over the years. When I was a massage therapist, people like to, when you're a single mom with 3 kids, 3 teenagers, people like to gift you wine for Christmas. Probably the best gift ever when you have 3 teenagers. $5, number 16. $5, number 16. Next up is an ornament. Still in package. It's a butterfly. And it's got, you can't see it. Well, maybe you can't. It's got fishing wire to hang it. So it looks like it's flying near the tree instead of just hanging there. It doesn't have an actual hook. Here's the back. So designed exclusively for Silvestri. Made in the Philippines. That's all I know about it. But really pretty. It's this big. $5, number 40. $5, number 40. And the box that it was stored in is an old Lazarus box. So I don't know if it was purchased at Lazarus when there were still Lazarus around here, or if that's just the box it was gifted in. I don't know. Next up, the onion bottle. And I don't remember why it's called that. I just remember when I researched it a while ago, it was called an onion bottle. And like only one company made these for a limited number of years. I don't remember. I had done all my research, but like I said, I was just pulling things to put into the sale today, so I wasn't doing deep research on stuff. It's this tall. I think it's such a cool bottle. 8 inches tall. It is 8 inches tall. I don't feel any chips or cracks on it. It does have some just little dings, I think, from time. Like there. Very cool bottle. $5, number 34. $5, number 34. And then the last of my $5 items today, yeah, Cassie, is this bud vase, which has, look at the etching. So it's got etching all around the rim here. It's got flowers etched on either side. And then it's got a swirl pattern here. It does have a little bit where the glass isn't super clear down here. So maybe a little bit of hard water that's gathered down there in the bottom. But just a beautiful vintage piece in a very simple clear glass. I know most people don't like clear glass. I don't think it gets appreciated as much as it should. But this looks hand cut to me because these are not even. So I would say that the etching in here was hand cut. Yeah, I would definitely say the etching was hand cut. It's only $5, number 13. No chips, no cracks. Oh, it's just so pretty. All right, we are going to $10 items. So let me change that. Okay, I replaced that. If you missed my coffee cup for the day, it is this one. It is huge. like, I don't know, maybe it's a 20 ounce. And I'm actually drinking hot chocolate mixed with coffee. That's what I'm drinking this morning. All right, first up, Homeco Butterflies. Here's the big one. Here's the medium one, and here's the little baby one. Homeco Butterflies. You either love them or you hate them. These are in really good shape. Good morning, Roxanne. That was the big one. Sometimes when I find these, like the ends will be really bent up, but these are in really good shape. And then they each got their little spot back here that you hang them on the little nail. And they're very lightweight. Homeco did several versions of butterflies over the years. Trying to hold them all three up at the same time. So $10 for the whole set. Do you, Kathy? That's great. Number 38, $10. Roxanne, were you putting that in for these? Number 30. Okay. Awesome. Oh, let me write that down. I gotta set these down first. And you changed your name, Roxanne. Took your last name off there? You are the Roxanne I know, right? Or are you a different Roxanne? Okay, Homeco Butterflies. Number 38. For $10. Awesome. Do you guys follow, is it Tegan's Vintage Finds? She's on Instagram and she's on TikTok. My brain went, okay, Roxanne. But she collects, she started out just collecting the pink fish and pink mermaids. And now she's just got a whole wall where she started in the center and she has just been going outwards as she collects them. And so now she started collecting other colors too. But it's such a cool display. She could probably do that with the butterflies. Just find a wall, you know, start with your center one, build out from there. And then if you bought more, but you have to have a wall. You have to have a wall to do that. Yes, Bree, that gets very confusing sometimes with Roxanne and Roxana both having S last names. I always double check to make sure I'm not sending one the other's box. Okay, next up, Blue Mountain. I rarely come across Blue Mountain pottery, but when I do, I immediately know just from the feel of it, the look of it, it's just, there's just a softness to Blue Mountain pottery. So it's another chicken. It's a rooster. He's in this mustard color, fantastic mustard color. Just, it's so soft. I just love Blue Mountain pottery. If I ever found a Blue Mountain swan, I would happily add it to my collection. He's just a little guy. 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches. And no chips, no. they just use such beautiful glazes, and the pottery is just so soft. It's so soft. Oh, Brie, that's crazy. Yeah, I suffer from constant brain fog, so I always check everything 3 and 4 and 5 times and still make mistakes sometimes. They just happen. All right, so Blue Mountain Yellow Mustard Pottery. Rooster, $10, number 32. $10, number 32. Just think he's beautiful. Jazdia! It's so good to see you, girl. I wore some earrings the other day that you sent me, and I'm like, I haven't seen Jazdia in a while. All right. Blue Mountain Rooster. Going to Jazdia. Awesome. You're going to love him. He's fantastic. Okay. Next up. Aluminum coasters. Guys, these are so fun. They're all there. Look how good a shape these are in. You never have to feel compelled to chat. You are allowed to have me quietly on in the background. I just love it when you talk and I get to say hi to you. I love these so much. But here's what I do. I have this terrible habit of rescuing the lone coasters. So I have an entire collection of single coasters who have lost their mates. So I do not need to keep all of the coasters. So this set can go to someone new. I just think the colors are just amazing, especially these 3 colors. So good. So good. Just $10 for the set, number 33. And you get all 8 of the aluminum coasters. And Bree is going to take those. Such a fun set. Thank you, Bree. Aluminum coasters. Number 33. $10. Okay. And if you guys are just coming in and you need the altered book prompt, make a page with words that inspire you. All right, next up, Holt Howard. I never hardly ever come across Holt Howard. Now, this is not the like really kitschy, super vintagey Holt Howard. I'm reading the chat. These are made in Japan. The chicken set that have the starburst on them. So they both still have their Holt Howard stickers. You can see the H over the H. Made in Japan. So I'll get you a close-up. I think they probably need a bit of cleaning, but I did not want to damage the sticker. These also came in ducks. Holt Howard made these in ducks too. The color on them is still in really good condition. They're fat and round. So for the pair of Holt Howard shakers, this one has 4 holes, this one has 5 holes. It's just $10, number 21. $10, number 21 for the Holt Howard shakers. Next up is two vintage kitchen utensils in that, to me, this is a 1940s green. I don't know if everybody else agrees, but that green always just makes me think 1940s. So this is a jar opener. You would put it over your canned goods, squeeze and turn. Yeah, that rubber inside's pretty dry. And this says, I have a patent number on it somewhere. Oh, here. Patent number 1,998,557. And then this little piece pops out so you can make biscuits, but you could also make homemade donuts, which my mom did when I was a kid with one of these. So the pair of vintage kitchen items is $10, number 8. $10, number 8. Yes, Bree, like Scott's Kitchen. Anytime that he shows, he'll open a cupboard when he's doing a video, and I'm just drooling. The 50s is really where my heart lives at, but I have such an appreciation for the 1930s and 1940s. Obviously, since I collect uranium glass, I have an appreciation. Yeah, when I was looking that one up, Kathy, I saw all the different versions of those vintage ones. Jazzy, did you hear earlier that my mom and dad are putting the house up for sale? They've lived here 31 years. So they have 31 years of stuff to go through to downsize. And when the realtor came in, you know, one of the questions they had was, is there anything we need to fix? And she said, don't do a single thing until it goes up for sale. She said, because if someone's going with a standard loan, you don't need to fix anything. But if they're going with like a FHA loan, they'll have an inspector in, and there might be things you would have to fix, but no point in dumping money into fixing things that you might not have to fix, and that somebody coming along is going to rip out anyway because they want to redo the house into what they want it to be. So for right now, we don't have to fix anything. Okay, next up. Oh, I was going out of order. Ooh. Let me get to them. Now, this one, I do not think is like a brand name or anything. I think it was probably a knockoff Elf Santa. Because there is that really famous brand. It's not that. This would be a knockoff of, I mean, it's still really nice. So, oh no, you know what? This one's on the 15. I've got the wrong one. Oh, I've got two here. Sorry. That one's going to be $15. So hang on for that one. This one, $10. Look at this guy's beard, you guys. I have to smooth his beard down so you can see his face, because his beard is, that is a beard. Yeah, Kaz. Half the stuff in here this morning is stuff with my mom's. Like any of the chickens, that was my mom's. There's a lot of stuff. Like, it's a whole process because my family is huge. So as mom's going through things, then she takes a picture. She sends it out to my generation, so me and my siblings, to see if they want or need it. And then it goes through the 11 grandchildren to see if they want or need it. And then decisions are, should it be donated? Should we try and sell it? If it's vintage, then I put it up in a sale. If it's not vintage, like she has so many chickens that aren't vintage that were purchased in the last 20 years. she's going to put them up on Facebook Marketplace as like a lot. So that's where we're at right now. So there's a spot for donations. There's a spot for people to pick these up. So we're in total chaos right now. Total chaos. And it makes my mom crazy because she loves everything to be perfectly clean and perfectly organized. And it's a lot of chaos right now. Okay, back to Father Christmas here. He is that deeper wine red. He's not like 1950s red. And then his bag is this gorgeous shade here. And he's got all kinds of bits and baubles. He's got a staff here. The only thing with this one, and this is why he's only $10, is I do believe that his plastic, I've got a bag shoved up there so that he holds his cone shape, but I do believe this plastic was longer and has broken off. So he sits so his cape kind of, and his gown kind of will pool on the wherever you've got him standing anyway. So he's this big, but I think he used to be a bit taller. And he's just $10, number 19. $10, number 19. Yeah, in Ohio, yard sale season is over. So no yard sale. And we've never had good luck with yard sales in this area. So $10, number 19. Oh, and Jazzy is going to take him. So no garage sale for us. We've talked about maybe doing an estate sale. My sister would really like us just to do an estate sale, put everything up for sale at once. But then you've got to do it inside because of the temperatures, and then you've got to block off certain parts of the house, and I don't know. So we're doing it this way for now. And Mom's just slowly going through things. You know, like one day she did her chicken collection. And then one day she did her vases, and one day she did her pictures. And so, and then she's going to live with these things for a bit, and then maybe have to downsize again once we sell. You just never know. Okay, so Jazdia taking Father Christmas for $10. Thank you, Jazdia. Oh, I'm going to set him down there. Okay. So let me check my list. I think that was all of the $10 items. Yes, so I have one $15 items, and that is the Fairy Santa. So this guy's going to be 15, and he is taller. I don't have my super tall. I'm going to go with like 18 inches on him. So here's his base, and you can see there's a little wear here on the base just over time. He's gotten packed up and gotten dusty, but he's still got both of his little bells on his pointy toes. He's got a lantern. I don't know why, but I think it's cool. His hands look to be in good condition. Yeah, Jazdia. I'm doing the same thing. Downsizing once again. I feel like all I've spent time doing since 2020 is downsizing. Yep, no breaks on his fingers. I just checked. He's still got his buttons right here. And look at the pointed nose and pointed ears on him. He is absolutely a fairy Santa. Look at his wings. Look at his wings. And then his hat. So he's in really good condition, but I had to keep it to make things easier on me as far as like, because I get decision fatigue. I don't know if anybody else does. So I was like, I will keep things that are red, white, and pink. And I'm going with the 1950s red, like the color of my lipstick red. So, you know, this is that deeper Christmas red. So he's not red, white, or pink. He has to go, even though I love him. I guess this wing back here does have, looks like a fingerprint. Wonder if one of the kids did that when they were little. But I don't see anything wrong with them besides some wear here at the base. He is $15, number 37. Yeah, I don't know because I was gifted him years ago. And he might be vintage, like from the mid-90s. Because it pains me that, you know, people call vintage anything older than 20 years old. He's definitely more than 20 years old because I put him out every year that I've had kids. So $15, number 37 on Fairy Santa. Oh, and I forgot to change that. But that was my only $15 item. Okay, now I have 2 more items. They are $20 items. So I will change. And if you are watching later and want to know if something is still available, by all means, you can email me or comment below if you're watching the replay. Okay, we have switched to $20 items now. So first up, I think this is so cool. These are in really good shape. They are that silk satin wrapped fruit. The whole set is here. So there's an apple. Here's another apple. And they've got those velvet leaves. We've got, looks like 3 pairs. I've got a whole box of other holiday, a whole tote that I haven't even gone through out there. It's got Valentine's, it's got Halloween, it's got Thanksgiving, like it's got Valentine's Day. It's all in that. There's another pair. Now this one does have, you know how they start to, oh, I can't even show it. They start to peel off. This one, there, I can show it. This one does have a bit of that. And this one is green. This one's gold. The apples are orange. Oh, there were 3 apples. Oh, there's another apple. And then, yeah, I don't know what this one is. Maybe it's an apple, but it's a golden delicious apple. There's 2 of these. So that's 5, 6, 8 so far. And then the grapes. Oh my goodness, you guys, the grapes are so stinking cute. Look at that grape leaf. So each of the grape clusters have 5 on them. But this one, they're clustered really close together. And on this one, they're a little bit further apart. But look at the color on these, are just so cool. But again, they're not red, white, and pink. They are not. I used to do a Victorian style tree, and these were on my Victorians. These were one of my grandmothers, my dad's mom, who's still alive. She's the one that downsized. But she was the one who was rich. And so all of her stuff is like far more expensive than the kind of things that I own. These are $20, number 12. $20, number 12. That's my problem with downsizing. No energy. But also, if I don't get rid of it now, I will not be able to. So I'm working hard at it. Okay. This is actually the second last item because I just realized I didn't show you something in the $10 stuff. But Tiffin Glass Bird with original sticker. Tiffin Glass Bird. Yeah, my energy is lots of coffee and Christmas candy. So super polished bottom. It's got so much glare on it, but it's got its Tiffin Glass sticker. And my fingerprints all over the poor guy. He is this size, definitely a paperweight. He has that weight. He is heavy. Almost 5 inches long. And he stands 2 3/4 inches tall. Are you heading out, Kaz? Yes, Kathy. It was so cool when I put all the swans back here to see the whole collection together because it was spread out all over this room. Love that. Okay, $20 for the Tiffin Glass Bird. No chips, no cracks, no damage. It's in perfect condition, still has its sticker. Number 18. Number 18 on the Tiffin Glass Bird. And last thing we're going to go back to, this is a $10 item. Oh, Carol's going to take the Tiffin Glass Bird. Awesome, Carol. It is a beaut. I see Carol for that first. Okay, so last item. This one's going to be a $10 item. I forgot to include it because I added it last minute last night and didn't write it down. Yes. Roxana Sellers. Making sure I get the right RS there. 4D. Yes. Ooh, this picture. Number 9 picture. $5. Thanks, Roxana. Okay, so last item of the day, unless anybody wants to see anything I already showed, I can always show you again. This is a set of angel nesting dolls. Now, I have no idea where they were made. This one has the wings. I did get this at a vintage store. It was marked vintage. I don't know. It does have damage. This is the one with the damage. The next one down has damage right here to her face. So all the rest of the angels have painted wings. There are 5 total. So here is number 3. Here is number 2. Oh, turn her around so you can see her face. And each one has, I believe, a different musical instrument. Yeah. And then here's the baby. So 5 nesting dolls. And I showed you the damage on the second to the largest one, which is to her face, sadly, right there. I fell in love with this because of the wings on the biggest one. Just loved that. So $10, number 25. $10, number 25 for the angel nesting dolls. And that was it today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will be live next week, even though it is the day before Thanksgiving. So if you want to put me on in the background while you are baking pies, that would be fun. And we are just going to go very non-traditional this Thanksgiving. So my daughter and her boyfriend and I will be getting Chinese for Thanksgiving if we can find a restaurant that's going to be open that day. All right, you guys, have a fantastic day. And if you already started decorating for Christmas, don't let the haters get you down. Why should we not enjoy the things that we love? Just enjoy them. Just have fun loving the items you love. Have fun if you're already listening to Christmas music. And if you're one of those people that wait until after Thanksgiving, that's fine too. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not being mean to the people that want to go ahead and decorate and listen to Christmas music. I had it playing on my phone and I walked upstairs and Dad goes, "Is that Christmas music?" And I'm like, pause. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yum. Taco. We always do Taco Tuesday too. All right, guys. Have a great week. I will talk to everybody later. Bye.